careful. My dog usually never lays his gloves, but today he's just like all up in my stuff. I was admin for the run. Our stamina one. They're pretty good from what I remember. Good. Then it should be an awesome match between Phone Cats and Extra Murda? Extra Murder? Murda? I'm probably butchering their name. Alright. Kangaroo, Destructor, and I know Babu and Pab, and Nacho. So these should be some really good matches. Be some insane matches. Alright, so Babu versus Champion up first. This should be a fantastic one that we have. Alright, here we go. Babu versus Champion. Alright, let's see what these players are bringing out. So we have a Night Witch in the start for Champion and Babu. The Night Witch splitting back. Champion's Night Witch was played first, so if the goblins weren't there, Champion's Night Witch would have killed it first. Good goblins to distract the Ice Spirit and keep that bandit alive. So Babu running double Witch here. Zap goes down onto the battle rim. It does stop it before it fully connects. Finally above event held in London. Hope to see you in CCGS World Finals. Yeah, that would be sick if I could cast Worlds. They said they'd let us know for fall, so I don't even know if I'll be back for fall, so we'll see. Alright, Bandit's gonna roll in there. Bandit's actually gonna get a charge onto the tower, and the Night Witch is gonna stroll down the right hand side, and it's gonna do some serious damage. Battle Ram played to continue to keep the P.E.K.K.A. running around. Night Witch finally comes down to defend against this Night Witch, but this Battle Ram is going to connect, especially with the bats chugging away at that Night Witch. That tower's going to fall with the Barbarian hit. Oh, man. The giveaway on Twitter is great. Oh, the Hammers giveaway? Yeah. Make sure you guys check that out. If you guys aren't following Hammers eSports on Twitter, we're doing a GTX graphics card giveaway, 1080. Or is it higher than 1080? I think it's 1080. I can't remember off the top of my head. P.E.K.K.A. coming down for the Battle Ram. Battle Ram does not connect to the tower. Babu might be able to get some damage on the right hand side. He can just keep minor poisoning on the right. He's gonna go Night Witch on the right instead. Here comes a minor poison rolling in though. Goblins are gonna get played for the Night Witch. Bandit on top of the minor, but the poison is racking up some damage along with the minor. One bat's gonna lock onto the tower. That is one poison away. So Babu can just focus on pushing this left hand side. Goblins will come down for the P.E.K.K.A. right here. Bandit's going to go down as well, but he's going to toss a miner in there on the right-hand side. The Bandit's going to charge onto the King Tower. The miner will be able to take the right-hand tower. So we're definitely going to overtime. And this is honestly anybody's game right now. Champion going for a very aggressive King Tower push. The bats are strolling in. Here comes the Night Witch. Oh, Fireball's going to come down onto the Night Witch. Night Witch will live. P.E.K.K.A's going to chop up this offensive push. And the Witch did a little bit of damage on the left-hand side. Goblins are going to come down to defend against this Bandit. That P.E.K.K.A. is not looking healthy. Oh, wait, that's the Night Witch health. P.E.K.K.A. might have full health. No, I can't tell. I can't tell how much health the P.E.K.K.A. has. Alright, Fireball coming down. The Witch is going to do some work. P.E.K.K.A. chops up the Battle Ram. Witch falls to Fireball Zap. Here comes the Night Witch rolling in. Tower Bats will clean up the Night Witch. P.E.K.K.A. two shots at Night Witch. And there's a pretty big push on the left-hand side. Here comes the miner rolling in. Backhand side. Goblins are going to come out to distract the miner. Goblins will come down in the center to destroy the bandit. Ice Golem's going to come down. Fireball's going to bust out onto the middle of the field. And this P.E.K.K.A is going to get taken down before it can even get to the tower. And so will the Night Witch. Very well defended right there by Champion. Again, the Witch being built up in the back. Fireball Zap does kill both Witch and Night Witch. So Babu has to be very careful with how he spaces his Witches. Goblins are played on the right-hand side. Bandit rolling down the left. Here comes an Ice Golem Battle Ram on the right. Night Witch going to come down as well. Defensive Poison coming up from Babu here. Question is, will the Poison be able to kill the Battle Ram? The Goblins are going to come out. The Battle Ram's going to be able to connect to the tower. The Night Witch is not going to die to the Poison. Mida's going to have to come down on defense. The Witch and Skeletons are onto the tower doing damage. It's a base race, but Babu is going to be able to take the victory. Champion was just going all out onto the King Tower, and Babu was able to defend it successfully with the Poison Ice Spirit Goblins. Meanwhile, Babu had P.E.K.K.A Witch going in on the left, which is a lot harder to stop than a Battle Ram Night Witch. So GG's right there. Here we go, Pablito versus Alcama. Oh, very aggressive start on the right-hand side with the Hog Rider Ice Golem, but a Bowler comes down. Oh no. Could Alcama have a Splash Yard deck? Hog Rider only gets one hit on the tower. Princess getting played on the left-hand side. Arrows come out. They just missed the Tombstone. Mega Mini are going to come down on defense against this Bowler. Here comes the Archers in the back. This might not be it could be a Splash Yard variant. We'll have to see. The Bowler does connect for one bowling onto the tower. Log going to come down and knock the Archers back. So, yeah, I don't know what Alchema's deck is. It could be some kind of, maybe it's Graveyard Freeze. Might be Graveyard Freeze. Because I think Lupanji has run this deck. I think it's Graveyard Freeze. Okay, here's a Graveyard. Goblins are going to come down to defend his Graveyard. If Alcama has the Elixir, no, he's going to Arrow. He catches the Princess but misses the Goblins. And this is going to be very well defended. And a counter push right here. Tombstone's going to come down on defense for Alcama. And a Log comes out to take care of the Skeletons. Hog Rider's going to connect for 3 hits while the Mega Minion was getting distracted by the Goblins. And almost a full health Mega Minion onto the tower for 2 shots. 3 shots. Is it going to get 4th? No, it's not. 290 remains on that top or right-hand tower. I have a mosquito bite on my foot. Really irritating. Alright, so I think Alchemist's last card is gonna be the freeze spell. I think I've seen this deck. I think I've seen Lupanji run this deck. So. Oh, and also thank you guys for 18,000 followers. That's huge. That's huge. Really appreciate the support. Hograd is gonna get pulled back by the Tombstone. Not able to get a shot onto the tower, but the Log is going to come down. Here comes the Graveyard. Arrows come out to protect the Goblins. Mega Minion's going to come down. Princess is on the left-hand side. And he has a Poison, not a Freeze. Okay, interesting. But that Mega Minion's getting 2 shots onto the tower with the Poison ticking away at the Mega Minion. Here comes a Hog Rider on the left-hand side. Tombstone's going to come down. This Mega Minion on the right is not going to be able to connect to the tower. If Pablito doesn't have like a Fireball or something, this game is going to go into overtime. It might even. Here comes the Mega Minion Graveyard push on the right-hand side. Goblins are going to come down, and the arrow's going to fly out. They're going to catch Goblins. Skeletons are about to build up onto the tower. The Mega Minion's going to come down. The Log is going to come out. 240 remains. That is poison range. Question is, does he have enough time? 150, 120. Oh my god, this is going to be so close. What? Oh my god. There was 1 tick left, but he didn't have enough time. And Pablito is going to take game number 2 for Millenium. That was literally some points of a second away, some decimals of a second away. Wow. Because the tower had exactly 240. The poison was played as the clock said 8, but it was within the 8, not before it hit the 8. So it was literally points, decimals of a second away from going to overtime. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is potentially the last game of the set. It's going to be Najo versus Destructor. Alright. You just battled Crim6 from my clan? How'd you do? Crim6 is a really good player from Netherlands. Not Netherlands, Germany. Poison comes down, able to catch the Night Witch, Ewiz, and Pump. That is literally the definition of value. If you looked at value in the dictionary right now, it would say Najo's Poison. Go ahead, try it. Look it up right now. Baby Dragon comes down to defend against this graveyard. Lost 5,000 HP. He's so good. Yeah, he's really good. Here comes a graveyard push from Najo himself on the left-hand side. He already got some damage onto the right. Beautiful tornado right there by Najo. The skeletons are building up. While the tower is going to be focused on one skeleton at a time. Ewiz comes down to retarget the Baby Dragon onto it, but both of Destructor's towers are looking pretty grim right now. Here comes an Ice Golem in front of that Electro Wizard. Log is going to come down and knock back the Knight, but the Knight is going to be able to clean up the Electro Wizard, while the Ice Golem is going to get two shots onto the tower. Here comes the Baby Dragon on the back right-hand side. Here comes the Night Goblin push on the left-hand side. Graveyard's going to come down. Guards are going to come down to defend Night Witch going on the right-hand side to counter its Baby Dragon. Double poison coming out, defensive and offensive. The skeletons are not going to be able to get too much damage onto the Crown Tower right there. While the Baby Dragon's distracted by the Night Witch. Ice Golem was supposed to go in front of the Night Witch, but it did not. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, man. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, here comes an offensive graveyard from Destructor. Defensive poison coming out while the Executioner's onto the Ice Golem. Offensive poison coming out from Destructor to try to take some health off of that Executioner. Alright, the other caster's having an issue with the scoreboard. Really weird. This is what happened. It happened to me last week. The crowns aren't being updated for some reason on their end. I have no idea why. That happened to me last week, though. Baby Dragon gets to spit onto the tower. That tower is poison log range, but Najo doesn't have the log, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Here comes a log from Destructor. Skeletons are building up. The poison's gonna come down. Oh man, what a defense. 250! That is not poison range. He has to cast a graveyard. If Destructor can defend this perfectly, the guards are gonna come out to poison. One skeleton cannot hit the tower. The skeleton hits the tower, and that's gonna be GG. Well played. Najo secures the victory for Millenium. Millenium goes 3-0 in the first set. Wow. Those last two games literally came down to the wire. And yes, I know my voice cracked. You don't tell me, chat. Hey, I'll just let it go. Alright. So, Challenger Z will now issue a ban. So let's see what they ban. Alright, GG's right there. Let's see what's going on Twitter, what we can talk about. Crap is now currently sitting at #1 in the world, I believe. Crap was #1 in the world, is #2 now. Let's see. What else is going on Twitter? Solicitor. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Spanish. Where's Saucier when you need him? Saucier! Ban pump? Pump? Alright, nothing going on Twitter. Or nothing interesting, at least. Wi-Fi? Hello? Let me check something. I have to connect this to the other Wi-Fi. Pump. Elixir collector. Alright. So the elixir collector is banned. Alright. So what a first set right there. 3-0 sweep by Millenium. Let's see exactly how long this poison was. This poison, it was literally, it was tenths of a second away from putting this game into overtime. So let's take a look at this poison again. At first I thought Alchema was using a graveyard freeze. I think the freeze might have been better, especially on that last push, because a couple of the skeletons built up while the Mega Mini was chopping away. And the fact that he almost came back from this was pretty impressive, because Pablito knew he could just Fireball log that right hand side. Now at this point it's literally just Fireball range. And we're going in, and Alchema does a fantastic job keeping the okay, so here it is. So the arrows come out onto the goblins. Right, we know this. Arrows come out. This is where the skeleton build up, right? So if he froze right here, if the freeze was in hand, actually, yeah, he would have had the elixir because he's playing the poison. So if he froze right here, these two skeletons live. These two skeletons live, and 3 more spawn in. So if that was a freeze, I mean, Pablito probably could have played the goblins, but by the time he gets the elixir, which is right now, and he froze, he already had 3 skeletons onto the tower, plus these 2 coming in. So if he had a freeze in this situation, it might have been better. The deck Alchema's running typically does run freeze, but literally, let's look at the poison. So 5, 4. As it hits 4, it ticks 120, which means 3, it ticks, 2, it ticks, 1, it ticks, and as the poison's about to tick, it just dies out. It just dies out, and that is so unfortunate for Alchema. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. So close. But that deck typically runs freeze. If he had the normal deck, I think he might have had that game. He might have had that game. Alright, here we go. Set number 2. You just stream Brawl Stars. Nice. Alright. Princess locked on to the Ice Golem. Alright, Night Witch rolling in. Oh, Nightwish is going to shut this battle ram down right in its tracks. Zap comes down. He didn't need it, but he was about to leak Elixir, so I guess it was a pretty good zap. Minion Horde going to come down, shut down the Nightwish. Easily, minions will stroll back and get eaten by the poison. Goblins are going to come in to defend this. And I think Mega is going to have a heal spell, which is not good news for Champion, like, at all. Yeah, if their Musketeers go on one side, he totally has the heal spell. And he's gonna hold it until that poison comes out. Battle Ram goes in front. Battle Ram gets slowed by the... Here comes the poison and the heal. Rooski! Get him bust out by Bosa. Or Babu. I don't know why I said Bosa. Babu. And the Princess... Goblins clean that up, no problem. So, this is looking pretty good. Nightwitch Graveyard on the left-hand side. Musketeers come down. Poison's gonna go out onto the Musketeers. But the Graveyard's building up on the back left-hand side. The heal's gonna come down, but the Skeletons are too much damage. Champion's gonna take a tower. Is rock gonna beat paper? There's a massive push on the left-hand side. Here comes a poison coming out. Does Babu have the heal? Even if he does, it's gonna come down way too late. The Musketeer's gonna get eaten up by the poison. What beautiful plays by Champion. Wow. The plays. The plays. Wow. The plays. Wow. Unbelievable. The plays were real. The plays were real. Alright, S3 versus Alkama. Let's see what Alkama's running this time. He ran a Graveyard Freeze variation with Poison. Well, someone messaged me on Discord and they were like, make me Discord mod, and I have no idea who they are. Close to him. Alright then. Don't even know who he is. Make me Discord mod. Alright. I can shut down the hog on the right. Saucier with the 9 month. Wasn't last month 9 months? What? But let's get some hype in the chat regardless. Hype.
I just woke up and remembered I needed to resub Club, but now I'm going back to sleep. Cause I'm sleepy as asterisk, 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 asterisk.
Alright. Enjoy your nap, you sleepy as asterisk. I don't know why it said 9 months. Last month was 9 months. It should be 10 months. That's weird. That's really weird. That is very strange, actually. Anyways, have a good nap. Algrana does not get a hit. onto the tower. Health is looking pretty even. Usually the deck S3 is running has Fireball, not Poison, so Poison does do a little bit more damage. Fireball does 229, Poison does 230, and it has an area of effect for time, obviously. So I wonder why the choice to run Poison instead of Fireball in this matchup. Here comes a Graveyard push, though. Defensive Poison coming out. Log gonna come down on the left-hand side to take care of the Princess. Skeletons are getting a couple hits in. Few are spawning right next to the towers, so they're getting some hits in. Hawk is gonna jump across the river. It's gonna get zapped away by the E-Wiz. Goblins will come in and clean that up. Log gonna come down, not gonna be able to get there in time. Mega Mini gonna be strolling and gonna get distracted by the Ice Golem here. Here comes a Ice Golem. Does he have the Hog Rider again? The Hog Rider comes out. Poison comes down. P.E.K.K.A.'s gonna 1-2 that Hog. 2-tap. That Hog just got 2-tapped by the P.E.K.K.A. Mega Minion is gonna live barely. Tombstone comes down. Here comes a Poison with the Goblins rolling in. Log gonna come out. It misses a Skeleton on the left-hand side. That one Skeleton on the left-hand side is getting so much damage. It's getting so much value. GG, well played. Okama. Coming out with the victory right there. But yeah, I don't know why you're getting a 9-month free sub when last month was 9 months. Alright, so a rematch of match number 3. That is going to be Najo versus Destructor once again. We're gonna respond to that. Alright. Poison value on the right hand side. 2 witches. Ice Golem explodes. Yo, what's up, Confederate? How you doing, man? Alright, so Challenger might sweep this one. It's looking very possible. Destructor probably has a Golem deck, and I think Nacho is either running Graveyard or Hog Rider. One of those two. Here comes Night Witch, Graveyard push. Night Witch comes down like that, you know it's a Graveyard. There's a Witch down in the back, which is actually a fantastic counter in the Graveyard. I think one Skeleton got a hit in on the left-hand side. Princess cross-shotting. Played in the opposite lane. Witch gonna get distracted by the Ice Golem. Beautiful play on the Princess there. Goblins are gonna focus onto the Ice Golem. Here comes a Baby Dragon down the right-hand lane. Goblins going in. Baby Dragon's gonna splash onto the Goblins. Ice Spirit's gonna jump onto the tower, leaving the Baby Dragon get another shot. So it would have only got 2. It got 4. All right, maybe it would have got 3. But here comes a Golem on the right-hand side. So double Witch Golem. This deck is slowly coming into the meta. Here comes the Night Witch Graveyard on the left-hand side. Poison comes down onto the Goblins and the Witch. Log coming out. It's not going to be able to clip the Witch, so the Witch will live, but the Night Witch is going to be locked onto the tower. Meanwhile, a tornado is going to come down, pull that Night Witch away. Golem. Baby Drag's locked onto the tower, while the tower focuses onto the Golem. Skeletons are going to spawn in and completely obliterate this Golem. Goblin Night Witch coming down on the right-hand side. The Baby Dragon's still doing so much damage. I think Destructor might have Lightning here. If he does, that might be some serious trouble because he can't cycle fast enough. Maybe he's got a Poison. We'll see. That left-hand tower was log Poison range. 53-23. That tower's going down. Here comes the Night Witch on the left. Destructor is going to take the loss on this one once again. Najo. Hashtag value on the scoreboard. Alright, Kangaroo versus Greg. Can Kangaroo close it out for Challenger Z? Here we go. What was Nazar's last card? I don't know. I don't know if it was Big Spell or something. Oh, it was Destructor. Destructor had the Golem deck. But then, I'm not sure if Natural played all 8 of his cards. Oh, Value Poison right there. It's gonna catch the Princess and the Night Witch. Summons are gonna come down to check that Night Witch. Here comes a huge push from Kangaroo though. Ice Golem in front. Baby Dragon's gonna come down. It's gonna spit one bat at a time. Log's gonna come down and knock everything back. Good defense right there by Greg. Skeleton still got off. Baby Dragon couldn't find a target to focus on. Here comes a Battle Ram rolling. Tornado's gonna pull everything together. Battle Ram's gonna be able to connect to the tower. What a beautiful tornado right there. Pulled in the Princess and got the Night Witch. Bats are gonna come up, but Baby Dragon's gonna one-shot those, one-shot the bat, and then go on to the tower for 2 shots. That Baby Dragon is getting some serious value, and a beautiful tornado right there from Greg. Pulled the Princess in from the opposite lane, and pulled the Night Witch to the tower, allowing the Baby Dragon to splash everything. Here comes a P.E.K.K.A. in front of the Night Witch. Don't know why I'm yawning. P.E.K.K.A. hits the Ice Golem instead, and the tower. Greg takes the tower. After the punish push. And he has an Executioner. Here comes a Graveyard rolling out. Night Witch down. Poison out from Kangaroo. Not going to be able to kill the Baby Dragon, Night Witch, and Executioner. Hitting all 3 of them. But that is not enough. P.E.K.K.A. goes down on the back left-hand side. Princess coming out on the right to cross shot. She's in safety between those 2 towers. Executioner gonna focus onto the Ice Golem. Bats will come down for the Executioner. Just like this, we have Night Witch and Bats rolling in. Here comes a defensive Night Witch with the Poison coming in from Kangaroo. Poison's gonna eat up the Night Witch. Poison's gonna get some serious value onto the tower on the left-hand side. Bats are gonna come in. Log is gonna knock back the P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A's gonna get 1 shot on the left-hand side. 2 shots on the left-hand side. 350 down onto the right-hand side. I don't think Kangaroo has enough time to be able to get enough damage. Even if he does, this left-hand tower falls to Greg. GG, well played. Millenium coming in with a potential reverse sweep. It could be a reverse sweep. Oh man. Pablito versus Reverse. Can Reverse stop the reverse sweep? Or Pablito. Alright, here we go. Pablito has a request up. Reverse accepts. Is Reverse gonna stop the reverse sweep? Will Pablito close it out and take Millenium to victory? Here comes an aggressive Hog Rider push. Pablito started with this last set and it worked well. Tornado's gonna pull the Hog Rider back. That Hog is not gonna get more than 1 hit onto the tower. Executioner down for the Night Witch. This is looking very much counter from both players. think Pablito's running the Executioner, Tornado, Lightning, and I think Reverse is running some kind of Flash Yard variants. Let's see what happens here. Beautiful Lightning there. The Log's gonna come down and clean up the Executioner and the Goblins. Tower will clean up the Executioner. Didn't need the Ice Golem, it was too early. Hog got smacked by the Executioner's axe. Tornado's gonna pull everything together. Or pull everything back and together. I don't know if Reverse is making the most efficient use of his Tornado, but here comes the Graveyard. Night Witch coming down. The defensive bats are on the front of the tower doing a significant amount of damage. The bats are just racking up damage up there. Wow, 1,500. Executioner. Gonna clean that Night Witch clocks. Oh man. Now we need something to distract. Executioner down for Executioner. First has to have a poison or something. Here comes the Graveyard. Log coming down on the left, on the right-hand side to push those goblins away. Here comes the poison. That's going to do a lot of damage to the Night Witch. It's going to even clean it out. And the skeletons are going to get some damage onto the tower. The goblins are going to come down to defend. They will not die to the poison. Hog's going to get Tornado back right here. Oh man, this is going to be so close. 30 seconds left. These towers are about as close as they can get. Actually, they could get a little bit closer. I don't know if my heart can take that though. The Lightning comes down onto the Executioner. 706, the Log is going to come out. Oh man, Executioner distracted by the Ice Golem. Executioner is going to be able to clean up this Night Witch. Night Witch is going to come down and distract the Night Witch. Oh my goodness, poison down on the defensive side. Here comes the Hog Rider pushing in. The Log's going to come down. It's going to clear the Goblins. The Tornado pulls it back. Is the Hog going to have enough health to get a hit onto the tower? No, the Log is going to come down. He didn't even need the Log. The Log is a panic Log. Oh my goodness. This is just 2 lightning cycles away from Pablito. Here comes the Ice Golem. Hog Rider push. No, he's not going to go in with the Hog Rider. Lightning's going to go down onto the tower. 264 remains. The Executioner barely has any health. Here comes the Graveyard. As Night Witch down in front. Log going to come down and knock everything back. Skeletons are about to build up onto the tower. The Night Witch and Goblins are down on defense. Ice Golem's going to come down as well. Log coming down to clean everything back. But Pablito is just going to be able to lightning out. And they will get the reverse sweep. Wow. The reverse sweep from Millenium secures set number 2 and wins the match 2-0. Wow. Wow. The reverse sweep.